So super excited that all of you are here. And I want you to be thinking and maybe writing this question down or a few questions down if you don't have the answer right away, because I kind of want you to be thinking of what is it that you are in pursuit of in life? And how can Plexus help you do more of that? Do you know what you're in pursuit of? Or maybe what you're passionate about? What are you passionate about, and how can Plexus help you do that? And then, do you believe that you are in the right place with the right company? Do you have that belief? And then, do you believe that you can change your life? And do you believe that you can help others change their lives as well? And this one, the next one, is a really big kicker. Do you believe that you deserve to be successful? Do you deserve to be successful in life, in business, as a mom, as a daughter, as an aunt, at all the things in life? Do you believe that you deserve to be successful? Because I'm here to share with you that any sort of doubt that you have, whether it's doubt in your ability to do something, and whether it's doubt in the belief that you deserve to be successful, you won't ever have either one of those come true for you. Whatever you believe is true. And the reason that is how it is because growth doesn't exist on the same plane as doubt. They don't exist together. I know we all probably love Ed Milet. And his book, The Power of One More, he talks in there about how we see people rise to success and they're so successful and then they lose it all and they fall back to where they were before they were successful. And he equates that to an internal belief system, kind of like a thermostat. When you have a thermostat set for your house and it's, 98 degrees outside with 80% humidity there in Louisiana or wherever you are, you have it set inside to be a certain temperature. And no matter what is going on outside, the temperature remains the same inside your house because it's set there, right? And so as you achieve success, if your temperature that your belief system of yourself is set at a lower level and we never raise the temperature to meet our success, we fall back to our internal belief system of what we believe we deserve, of what we can believe we can handle. And what happens is when we're being successful and then we might have one thing that doesn't go right, we go, see, I knew it. I knew it that this wasn't going to be for me. And then we see a second thing and we say, see, everything's proving my thoughts right. Because our brains are wired with something that's one of my most favorite things is called the reticular activating system, the RAS. It does a lot of things, but one thing that it really does that helps us or deters us is it lets in things that we think are important, right? And it's the things we tell ourselves. So if you are thinking about going and buying a new car, as soon as you leave your house, they are everywhere. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm late to the cool kids club because they're everywhere. I thought I was going to be the first one for these cars, right? Nope, they were already there before. You just didn't tell your brain they were important, so your brain filtered them out of your sight. So imagine the power that you have with your belief system in yourself and the things that you tell yourself. Your brain will find evidence to prove it to be true, even if it's false. Even if you're successful and one thing goes wrong and you revert to see, I knew it wasn't going to be good enough for me, or see, I knew I really wasn't going to be able to handle this. Your brain then goes to find evidence because your brain's job is to protect you and it doesn't ever want to be wrong. And so it finds lies, things that happen that really are just things that happen. They don't define you, right? I'm sure you've heard the thing, the past doesn't define you. The present is where you are, and what you do now is what's going to take you to the next level, not your past. So if you are stuck in the past, or if you are stuck thinking, I don't know where I can go from here, Hopefully after tonight, you're going to be so fired up and ready to work on your belief system and taking consistent action in daily life and in moving forward because one really cool thing about being a business owner and working for yourself and having a company support you is that you become a better person every single day. You be able to step into your superpower, step into really who you want to be, who you're designed to be, because that's what happens. Business is 98% mindset here, you guys, and 2% work. That's why I say whatever you believe is true. If you're sitting here going, I know I can do this, I can rock it, I'm going to be so awesome. But in the little back corner of your mind, you say, I mean, I'm not really sure because I failed before. That is doubt. That is not belief. So, how can you get to a place where you can believe that you deserve this, that you can do this, that you want this, right? How many of you came into this business because you were looking for something to get out of the mundane? You maybe lost yourself, you were doing all the things for everyone else, and this was an opportunity for you to do something for you. Finally, you were so fired up and you were so excited. You were feeling great, you loved the products, and you were excited about the opportunity to make money and help others do the same. Maybe you're here now going, I started that way. Now I'm just taking care of everyone again, and it's another hat. And I'm like tired and drained. Is this you? If it's you, it's okay, it's normal, but we can't stay here, right? So I want you to think about what is one thing right now about being a Plexus business owner. What is one thing that you are super fired up and excited about being here working this business? What is that one thing? And if you're sitting over there on the other side of the screen and you're like, Jennifer, I don't really know. I'm not excited anymore. I used to be so excited and now I just don't know. It's okay. We're going to figure it out. Okay. I want you to think about what was it at the beginning that made you excited about being a business owner? Can you go back to that? What was that thing that got you excited? Because what I know is having fun and finding joy in what you were doing is two of the things with consistency that's going to propel you to be successful, right? Finding joy, making this fun, attracting people, because here's the thing, nobody wants to come do something that's not fun. And you might be sitting here going, but Jen, there's just things in the business that aren't fun. And I'm going to show you that everything in this business can be fun if we rewrite what we're telling ourselves about each task that we're currently working on, right? So, number one, if you struggle with showing up with consistency, drop a one in the chat. If you are not able to be consistent, or you are just here and there and you feel like you're working all the time and every single day you're going to get to it later and later and later comes and you're like, I've been thinking about Plexus all day. I've been working all day. I'm gonna get to it tomorrow because I'm tired. Because all day long, you didn't have structure for when you were going to work. So your brain was occupied with what you needed to do with Plexus, occupied with the people you needed to reach out to, who you needed to invite. Maybe you need to follow up with your customers. And so you're right, your brain worked Plexus all day long, but none of that was income producing activities. Who wants to get out of being 100% Plexus 24/7? Because I know the founders of this company and I want you to use Plexus to build the life that you want to have. Plexus isn't your life, ladies. But if we don't have any kind of structure and we don't have time blocking on our calendars and know what to do every single day so that we can show up consistently, guess what? You're just going to be mediocre because randomness causes mediocrity. I know everybody on this call does not want to be a mediocre business owner. And I know everybody on this call is a rock star. And you might be sitting here going, I'm not a rock star. I have all this work to do. Guess what? Everything you need to be and do to be a rock star business owner, you already have within you. We just have to pull it out. You just have to find it. So, number one thing I want you to walk away with today is time blocking. I want you to take one day a week where you're going to sit down for 15, 30 minutes. I don't know how long it's going to take you. It might take a little bit at the beginning, but as you get better at it, it'll take less and less time. You're going to look at your 6 days a week that you're going to work the business, and maybe it's 5 days a week. I'm here to tell you consistency is the key to success. Imagine if you only took your supplements with Plexus on Tuesdays and Saturdays because that's the only time you had available to take those supplements. The rest of the time was too busy with all of life things. How much success would you have with the products? None. You would not have any success. So if you're over here going, I don't have 2 hours every day to spend, I got you. I only have 2 hours on Thursday and Saturday or Tuesday and Saturday. That is not going to work for you. We have to stop behaving like that because that is not being consistent. Consistent is every single day, at least 5 days a week of showing up to run your business. Think of it like a brick and mortar store. If you had a brick and mortar store and they were only open 2 days and those 2 days changed from week to week, you would never know when they were open. You would not shop there because they wouldn't be reliable. So why would you run your business that way online, right? So, setting up your week, decide how much time do you have to devote to your business? Is it 15 minutes a day? Is it 30 minutes a day? Is it 45 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours? If you're struggling with being consistent, let's maybe start with 30 minutes. Start with 30 minutes every single day and let's see how you can change your business. Now, second task for this time blocking is you need to decide by the minute what you are actually going to do when you show up to work. So you don't show up to work and be like, I don't know what to do. I got to think. And then you spend 10 minutes figuring out, getting organized of what you needed to do instead of just getting to work. So if you're working 5 days a week or 6 days a week, what are some income producing activities you need to do? You always need to be filling your funnel, meaning you're a professional friendship maker. You need to be spending time every single day finding new friends that you love their content, you love the value they bring to you, and you can find new friends, add them as a friend, make a genuine comment on something that really you were like, man, I love this post. Make a genuine comment, ask a question so you can start a conversation. Keep track of it on a piece of paper, moving on to the next person. I would suggest setting a 2-minute timer for each person you're trying to find new friendship with. If you don't set a timer, you're going to be in the death stroll and your time's going to go up and you're going to have found no one because we just get sucked into the vortex of social media and everything's awesome and cool and amazing, but we don't find any friends that way, right? So you also need to be following up with people, right? Following up with people that are your customers, following up with people who said they were wanting to join the business and we didn't get them committed right then and there. And so now we have to follow up later on, and we're going to talk about how to change that in a minute. There's also making sure that we are inviting to the opportunity, posting on social media about the business opportunity with your journey, not graphics, not slinging all those things all the time, but sharing really where were you before Plexus? Where are you now with Plexus? And where are you going with this wellness company that you partnered with? You guys all know the thing. And if you're going, ah, I don't know where to start, you've done posts before. Go back into your feed and look at some marketing that you've already done that got you a lot of traction and reshare that content. Whether it was 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 9 months ago, a year ago, 3 years ago, you can change the picture, you can change the wording a little bit, you can keep it the exact same. And then I would start tip organization. I would start putting the things that really get a lot of traction into one of your highlight bubbles. So, and you can name it whatever you want to name it. This is for you, right? Then, when you need something about the business or you need something about a specific product, you already have it. You can just go grab it and throw it up again. So, moving forward, that's a tip that you can do. Okay. So I'm not going to wait to spend any more time telling you what to do during your work time, but I want you to set it up so that you have 5 minute increments, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it is that you feel like you have to give to each specific activity and get that all written out. Then the very most important thing you need to do with time blocking is all of you in here, I'm sure, have something that you really dread doing. You're just like, ah, Jennifer, this isn't fun. It's not exciting for me, but I know I have to do it. Two things. I want you to start thinking about this thing, this task, in a different way. Can you look at the task that you don't want to do and know that the outcome of the task is really what you're after. And that can that be exciting? If you know that if you show up and do this task that you don't like, that the outcome is what you're looking for, can we focus on the outcome? What the outcome is going to be of the task and tell ourselves, I currently don't really love this, but I'm so excited about the outcome of doing it that I'm doing this very first thing every single day. Every day you're going to eat the frog, you're going to do it first because think about it. We all were assigned research papers, projects in high school, college. We had 6 weeks, we had 9 weeks, we had 8 weeks. And what did we do? We waited until the seventh week or the fifth week or whatever. And we spent 2 or 3 days and doing it. And then when we got done, we were like, oh my gosh, that was so easy. Why didn't I just do it 5 weeks ago? Because 5 weeks ago, all those weeks you were out with your friends, going to a party, maybe watching a baseball game, going to a movie, and you were not 100% present because you were thinking somewhere in the back of your mind about having to get that done. Imagine what your life could look like, what your business could look like if the thing you currently struggle with, you can do first and be excited about the outcome. And then everything else for the rest of your workday is just going to be so much more exciting because you don't have this thing going, ooh, we're getting closer to the last task that you don't want to do, right? Every task, and you're going to get to it and be like, oh, I'm excited. All the things that I have left to do are super exciting. And I promise you, if you do that, that you will start enjoying and looking forward to more than ever. You may not fall in love with it, or you might doing that thing first. Okay. Anybody have questions about time blocking that I can answer before we move to the next thing? Ooh, I love that, Sadie. Sometimes we do things we don't love because we are grown-ups and we want to win. Yes, the juice is worth the squeeze, friends. I will tell you. Do you want to know what the secret to success is? It's not something grand. It's just simply people who are successful, they show up every day and do the things they need to do, whether they feel like it or not. They show up and they do it because they know that they have to do it. They know that it's what's going to bring them success in their business. And so we have to take out this emotion part. And you're like, but wait, you just told me to make this fun and exciting. Yes, I did. I did. So I want you to keep that in front of mind, right? How can I bring more joy in this? How can I make this exciting? And if you're sitting on the other side of the screen and you're like, man, life is really hard and I'm overwhelmed. I get you. I'm you. I'm also overwhelmed. But guess what studies have shown, and history has proven that people are overwhelmed not because they have too much to do. We're always going to have too much to do. We become overwhelmed because we are doing less of what brings us joy. We are not living. We are in survival mode. We are not creating our life, which is why I so love Plexus, right? So as you are going out and you're trying to find new people and you're trying to get them to come aboard to change their life, are we meeting them where they are? Or are we trying to get them to our level overnight? Because you guys have been here for a while. You guys know what to do. You guys know how this can change their life. And it's so dang exciting. But the new people coming in, it is brand new to them. And guess what? They have tried everything and everything has failed them. So you have an opportunity to meet people where they are. And how do you know where they are? Simply by asking open-ended questions. If you send an invite and you're like, hey, have you heard of Plexus, the pink drink? And they say, no. And you say, I would love to share about this, and you ask them if you can share more information, and they say yes. Don't just send them an onslaught of stuff. The next question should be, oh my gosh, what is the number one thing in your wellness or your health that you're looking to change? What's the number one most important thing? Right? And then you can say, awesome. So you are really needing to lose weight. How committed are you to changing this in your life? How committed are you? Because people write down or they say they want to change something or they set a goal to do something, but they don't write it down and they don't come up with a commitment. So asking them what their commitment level is a way for you to say, okay, you're at a 5. Share with me why you're only at a 5. It's another opportunity to say also, hey, if you were able to achieve this, how would your daily life be improved? How would this impact your everyday life if I was able to help and work with you and you were able to achieve this goal, how would it impact your life? And get all that information. And then say, what is stopping you from getting started? What is in the way, right? What's in the way? Another question you could ask is, what would need to be in place in order for you to get started, right? I would ask the first question, what's stopping you from getting started? You can hear that. And then you could say, what would need to be in place in order for you to get started then? And as you're talking to people, action creates motivation. People are always like, I just want to be motivated. I just am waiting for motivation to come and then I'm going to sign up. Guess what? Motivation comes from action. And if you're sitting here going, what are you even talking about? It's very, very easy to understand. Think about the times that you have to clean your house. You know you have to do it, and you really are like, I don't really have time for this, and I don't really want to do it, but you're like, I'm going to get with it. And as soon as you start cleaning, all of a sudden, you do not have enough time to clean everything that you need to clean. You're seeing all the different things that you need to clean or you want to clean, and you're like, I could clean all day. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to clean. This same thing happens with people when they say yes. They're so pumped up and they're so excited to start Plexus with you. And then they have to wait for their supplements to come. So when we get them in, are we getting them started on something? Are we getting them to, are you want to track your steps? Would you like to start tracking going to bed at the same time, getting up at the same time, setting your circadian rhythm? Maybe you want to go out and get morning sunlight every day. Maybe you want to have, tracking your water. Give them two or three things and ask them what they would like. Just assume they're going to chase that. Don't say yes, would you like to, right? What would you like to start on? And give them three options. That way, while they're waiting for their products to come, they are continually staying into action, which is going to keep the motivation up. So when they get their stuff and you get on a call with them and you help them get started, they're already in momentum. They already have that motivation. Okay. And I'm going to go back a little bit about that when you're getting yes and you're getting those commitments, right? I was working with Sadie and we were going over some retention numbers with your guys' team. And I don't know how you guys are onboarding people, but retention really happens when we sign people up. It really starts then because are we getting people signed up because we're so attached to the emotion of a yes or a no that we just forget to get commitments? We forget to help them what consistency looks like, and we just are moving on to the next person. Or maybe we don't. Maybe we're taking really good care of them and we're doing all the things, but maybe we set the expectation that they're going to feel great in 60 to 90 days. How many of you really felt great in 60 to 90 days? I would love to know in the chat because most people I talked to said they noticed some things, but it was really in months 4, 5, and 6 when the magic happened. And in life and in business, and when you go to make a change in life, it is well studied that it is after 90 days that the magic starts to happen and everybody gives up right before everything's about to explode. Right before. So what would it look like if we could go to people and get a bigger commitment from them up front and be just like, we're going to ask them how their life's going to be changed. We're going to ask them how committed they are. We're going to ask them, what does that commitment look like? And then we can say, I know that together, and then if you can commit with me for 4 to 6 months, really 6 months, you are going to get to where you want to go or be halfway there if they have a lot of weight to lose or whatever that looks like. And then what happens is they are going to be pleasantly surprised if they start having some changes at 60 days, at 90 days. They're like, wait a second, I was waiting for this to happen on months 4, 5, and 6, and now it's happening. Versus, we don't have any idea where people are coming from. We don't know what their lifestyle, what their stress is. I have no idea how long their detox process is going to take. So I really don't know what it's going to look like, but I do know that our bodies take 80 to 100 days for cellular regeneration to happen, meaning we get all new cells. It takes 80 to 100 days. Our products at Plexus come in and help our bodies run more efficiently and get back on track to what they're supposed to do. They don't shut down our bodies and then take over. So it takes a little bit longer for the stuff to start working, depending on where people are coming in from. And so if we set the expectation that they're going to feel great in 60 to 90 days, and they have been living a life of crazy food, a lot of stress, poor sleep, on that 60 days when they aren't really feeling it, they have one foot out the door and one foot in, and they're already talking themselves out of being committed and reaching their goal because they were expecting something sooner than it happened, right? So, as we're bringing them on, we're getting those commitments. And the plus one strategy, you guys, is great because studies show that if people can get started with a friend, they are 85% more likely to be here a year later, still working on their health and fitness if they bring a friend along. So, who do they know that you need to know? Who do you know that I need to know that can get started with you? That power of plus one. And also, I would love for you to um, really share this with your friends, your excitement, because it just helps everybody be committed. Changing your lifestyle in health and wellness is really hard to do. That's why every January, people have these they decided on something and they said they were going to do something. And when it got hard, they didn't have anybody to support them with. And you guys are all supporting, but you're not their friend that they've known for a long time. And so when you can have a group of people that you already know come into another group of people that you don't know, that support system just gets better, bigger, and stronger. So, what would it look like in your business if we could go after helping people sign up for more than 30 days? What if we stopped wasting people's money? They are not getting results in 30 days. What if we stopped wasting their money? And what if you stopped wasting your time? Because that's tiring having to go out every single month and you're just on this hamster wheel. You bring in three people and four people that you brought in 60 days ago quit. So now you're back to square one. What would it look like if we could really start getting people committed to change their life and to go all in with support, with bringing on a friend, because you're going to meet them where they need, right? I know that we have the triplex, but if we're asking questions for what they really want to achieve, sometimes maybe you need to give them Slim Active and Ease. Maybe you need to give them Slim Active and Medinburn. Maybe they need something different. Maybe they just want to get started with Hydrate. Don't be afraid of those people that just want Hydrate or Active or one product. They said yes to changing something in their life that's important to them. As business owners, every business owner wants two things. They want to, one, help people solve a problem. All of you probably signed up because you wanted to help other women feel better about themselves, help other women earn money, help other women take their health back, right? But you know you can't do that for free. Every business owner knows they can't do this for free. And they also know their value. They know that I deserve to get paid for what I'm providing to my customers. That's where the beauty of you guys coming in and having success is your worth, your value. You deserve to be paid because guess what? You are your biggest superpower. Donna is not the same as Lori. Lori's not the same as Jody. Jody's not the same as Dawn. Each of you brings something different to the table. Each of you are most designed to help the person that you were, as we heard from Ed Milet. It's been one of my favorite quotes for years from him. You're most designed to help the person that you were, and people are looking for you specifically. So, what if you started showing up authentically as you? Because guess what? An original is worth more than a copy. You, each and every one of you women here on this phone Zoom call tonight, is an original. And you are way more valuable as you, showing up authentically as you, really helping people and sharing your journey at a high level. People need you. They don't want you to show up as somebody else. It's hard to show up as somebody else. It's not fun to show up as somebody else, and you're not good at it because it's not authentic and easy. And then it just diminishes your value and your superstar because your greatest asset is you because you are your superpower. So who's ready to take back your life, plan out, get some what do you want to call it? Commitments for yourself, get some management with your business so that you can live a life. Plexus can help you create an even better life than you ever thought possible. I'm excited for you. We have so many things coming on Icon Club, you guys. helping people have success and bringing the power of one and getting people on board to change their life and not just have an order, but really looking for people who need what we have to offer is going to get you the Icon Club, is going to increase your paycheck, is going to give you all the benefits of Icon Club, but most importantly, people will begin to get results like you. That's what it's about.
Okay, can we talk about this superpower that we have been gifted? Seriously. Jennifer, thank you so much. I mean, I was just in I'm sure, I don't know if you saw what I was saying, but I
Yes,
was going
yes,
with you, girl. I was just, I was just boosting your everything you were saying. So, I agree with, what I love is that you are just reinforcing what these women know. And
yes.
these are a screen full of professionals that we are just so blessed to have you. So blessed to, this is some of their first exposure to you, but definitely not the last. So we're going to let you go and respect your time. Thank you so much again. And we're just so thankful. So
Thank you.
everyone like put in a little emoji in the chat, get flurry the chat with emojis for her. And we thank you so much.
Thank you, ladies. And I can't wait because I know you guys are all gonna like take your love and passion for life in this business, and we're gonna be friends for life. That's what I love about this business is I'm gonna get to, I know some of you on here. I'm excited to get to know the rest of you. And thank you so much for having me. Have a great rest of your Sunday evening.
We love you. You guys, was she not so precious? Like, I just think she is just adorable and just the cutest. And anybody with red hair, because my mom, I'm just like obsessed with. So, so sidebar, she did a great job. I'm not going to tack on too much more. I just want to say, I see you showing up. I see you digging in. I see difference makers in you wanting something more, leaning into hard conversations with yourself. I've been so blessed to be able to be in one-on-one conversations with so many of you. And I know that the best is yet to come, right? We're just getting started on this rebirth and this new momentum and this new wave. We have tools that are going to push us. We have just unified in a way that we've never unified before. We're group training, we're doing all the things, we're leaning into Thursday nights together, and I love it. And the more that the rest of us can hear, right, from everybody, the better that we all become, the more practice that we get. I really thought about when we were, at convention and, I was really thoughtful. I really dropped into curiosity with myself, but I'm like, I had to, oh, is this being recorded? I'm going to turn this off.